And this is another thing too, and this is really important. You will not trade my process or any other process successfully until you recognize, name, and deal with your fears, with your insecurities, and with all of the imbalance and erratic behavior in your life. Until they are no longer a primary part of your life, you will not be able to trade my methodology, or it's not mine, but the methodology that you guys are learning from me, or any others. That's why people go from room to room. That's why people go from study to study. That's why people, go from futures to options to stocks back to futures to, spreads to 1,001 other things. I've done it all too, except for stocks and options. But you have to name it, you have to understand it, and you have to appreciate it. I don't mean that you have to appreciate it like, oh, thank you for giving me that fear. I mean, you have to appreciate it just in understanding it. You have to be able to understand it, accept it, wrap your arms around it, and say, okay, this is what it is. This is either, and it's caused by something that's happened to me. It's caused by something I've experienced, or something irrational that's just going on in my mind, or whatever. It is what it is. And because it is, it is. But I want to get that out there because it's all really, really, really important to understand that if you're afraid to lose money, this is why you will lose money. You will lose money if you're afraid to lose money because you are looking through the markets and deciphering the information that the markets are giving us through the lenses of fear. That's why you'll sit and you guys will see, some of you guys who are struggling will sit and watch traders sit there and just bank money all day long, bank money all day long, bank money all day long, and wonder, why is it so easy for PAX? Why is it so easy for this trader or that trader? And I can't do it. I can't get it. Well, it's because you're looking at the market through a lens, through a specific lens that is keeping you from being able to act on what you're seeing. Now, as I've heard from many of you guys in the last few weeks in one-on-ones, and we've had some of the best one-on-ones, we've had some great one-on-ones, and I've heard this pretty much from everybody, is whatever lens you're looking through, when we're watching traders do it, and we're looking through the lens of fear, or we're looking through the lens of mistrust, we're just not going to quite get there. You can intellectualize, we can intellectually see, all right, well, I know how this works. I see how it works. Fuck, it works for me. Or that's another thing too. How many times have you guys been rocking and rolling, and starting to get consistent, and seeing things, and it's easy, and it's really coming, it's simple, and it's now starting to get easy. But then something happens in your life and it throws you off kilter, and now you're looking at the market again through a filter of anger, through a filter of fear, through a filter of anxiety, which causes you to look at the very same information that I'm looking at, but you are acting on it and deciphering it in a completely different way than I will. And now you're thinking, well, why in the hell can't I just sold 69 quarters? Why, or 69 halves? Why aren't I holding them until they get to the pay line? Why aren't okay, now we're at the pay line. Why did I just flatten up, and why didn't I let them go down to 55? Okay, now they're through 55. Why didn't I add under 55? Because PAX has been saying it for 2 weeks. Once we get under 55, we're going to 44. Well, shit, we're through 44. PAX has said it for the last 2 months. If we get under 44, he's selling the shit out of them. Now we're trading it even. Why didn't I do anything? Why did I flatten up at the pay line? Unless we know why now in these quieter markets, unless we can start dotting those I's, crossing those T's, and start looking at the market through those realistic lenses, then when the markets are really flying and the market's really busy, we're going to be stuck still saying, why? So what lens are you looking at the market in? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Are you afraid to be wrong? All those fears that we talked about.